Welcome to another episode of The Broker's Brew with me, Chris Target, your host on the Marketing Mortgages Social for Brokers podcast. So if you haven't listened to one of these before, they're a bit different to our normal format. We will normally interview mortgage advisors that have kind of been there, done it, made the mistakes you guys have made, and give us a bit of an insight into what it is running a mortgage broker business. And we had a little bit of a call from people to do more marketing content. So what I've done is I have selected a wide array of subjects and I'm going to speak you guys through them for 10-15 minutes every other week and give you an insight and give you some tips on marketing where it's just me talking to camera. Normally I would do this drinking a brew, but I am recording this and it is absolutely roasting. So if you're watching on YouTube, you'll see there's the fan behind me there and you might hear it on the recording a bit. So I'm not drinking a brew today. I finished one earlier on. I'll be drinking the water today to keep me cool. But today, what I want to talk to you about is to give you 3 free tools for inspiration when it comes to creating social media content, okay? And you can use these 3 free tools to find topics for really good, engaging content to post on your social media channels for your audience, okay? By using these tools, you're not going to be sat there any longer going, what do I post? Or where do these other mortgage brokers get their ideas from? Because we've dealt with hundreds of mortgage brokers over the years. And that is one of the main things. It's kind of like, what do I actually post? I'm not sure what to post. And these tools today will stop you having to think. And it's going to save you time as well, because instead of having to trawl through loads and loads of news articles about what to post about, one of these tools will deliver them straight to your inbox. So really good tools these are, and the ones that we use ourselves within our business, okay? Most people fail when looking for inspiration because they try and do all the research themselves. As I said, they'll trawl through mortgage websites, blogs, all that type of thing, whereas you can use these 3 to completely stop that, and it will save you hours every single week, okay? So my top 3 resources to help you create posts. The first one is Google Alerts, okay? So if you're sat there wondering what to post, you wish you had like a PA that could go and research all of these things for you, okay? Google Alerts does this for you. What you do is go to google.co.uk/alerts and you can set up keywords in there. So one of the keywords might be mortgage, one of them might be life insurance, and then you can set it to be sent to you every week or every day. And what it does, it sends you an email with all of the articles that contain the keywords that you have set in there. Okay, so you could get an email every morning that lists, I think ours probably get about 5 or 6 different articles in there that mention the word mortgage. So it means we're keeping up to date with what's going on in the market, but it gives us great ideas about social media content. So, for example, if one landed in my inbox this morning and said that there was a new scheme like the £5,000 deposit mortgage, as soon as that hit my inbox, I'm like, right, we need to do a social media post on that. And that's exactly what you guys can do as well. There might be, especially when the ABI, the Association of British Insurers, when they release their kind of figures about how much percentage of life insurance claims were paid out or kick, things like that, lots of major news outlets will pick up on those figures and write articles on them. Those articles can then be delivered to your inbox. So it might be that, LV have disclaimed that 90% of all kick claims were paid out last year. That's not an actual quote. I'm just making it up here. But that is the form of a great post. You could take that alert and go, I'm going to do a post now saying that there's a myth around insurance. It never pays out. You can do a post about that. It's actually a myth because we have seen an article that proves that LV pay out on X amount of their critical illness claims. One thing to steer clear of is it's very, very tempting to just take that link and go and put it on a social media post. Social media, well, Facebook definitely do not like you putting links in social media posts. And the main reason that is because it pulls people off their platform. They want to keep their users on the platform so they can sell them adverts that somebody else has paid for. Okay, so they'll never really show a post with a link in it to a lot of people. Instagram, you can't put a link in an actual post anyway. You can only put it on a story. Instagram are working on something where you pay per month, and on a reel you can put a link on there. You can have X amount of links per month on a reel. So mainly Facebook and LinkedIn. Again, if you put a link in a LinkedIn post, it will hamper the reach. So don't just put the link. Utilize some of the text in there and make your own social media post about it. Okay, so that's free tool number one. Free tool number two is answerthepublic.com. Okay. If you're ever curious about what your potential clients are asking, this is the tool that will help. Okay. I always call it like the mind reading tool. It's like having a direct feed into their minds. So what you can do, open up answerthepublic.com. Okay. And then type in a keyword again, like you did on Google Alerts. So it might be mortgage, or it might be income protection. And what you'll do is you'll get a list of the most frequently asked questions around those topics. Okay. And these are questions that have been searched in Google and YouTube right now. So you know that your audience wants answers to those specific questions. Perfect example of this during COVID. If you used Answer the Public and typed in mortgage, you would see mortgage payment holiday was one of the biggest search terms on Google, because that's what was in the news all the time and people were talking about it. Even up to about a year ago, when will mortgage rates go down, or will mortgage rates go down in 2024? That's another big question that's answered. But then you've got your other ones. How much can I borrow with a mortgage? Can I get an NHS mortgage? All these questions will come off the back if you put mortgage in there. And I'm saying this, you'll probably get 100 questions on there that you could then take and answer them in social media posts. Now, we know that your audience want answers to these questions because so many people are asking the same questions on Google and YouTube as well. So it's a really good way to take those questions, answer them on social, but they're fantastic for video as well. If you're going to answer them on video, the two things I'd say, two top tips, is put the headline on the video. So make sure you put that question. So how much can I borrow on the actual video, on that, like a headline that, when you see them flash up for 3 seconds and then it gets into the video. Second thing is always use subtitles on these videos, because not everybody will listen to videos with the sound on. So make sure you put subtitles on there. Okay. Then the third and final tool, and this is one that I really like, is Awareness Day calendars. Okay, Awareness Day calendars. There's loads of free ones out there on Google. You can type in Google free Awareness Day calendar and it will come up with loads of different ones that you can choose from. Okay, pick out the ones that are the British ones. Sometimes you'll have international, but be careful of the USA days and the random country days. You want to be focusing on the UK and the international ones. So these, you can turn those awareness days into posts. Like, for example, the 26th of June is, throughout that whole week, is injury awareness. So it's the perfect injury awareness week, sorry. So it's a perfect opportunity to share a post about the importance of income protection. Or you've got, I think it's the 17th of July is World Emoji Day. So you could do a post around about, like, show us your last 3 emojis that you've used. The awareness days, you don't have to use them directly, okay? But they're a great way to spark some spark some creativity in you, where you're sat there thinking, oh, what am I going to post about? If you look for an awareness day calendar, there's quite a few ideas on there that you can pull out the bag and go, I can do a post on that. There are some very industry specific days on there as well, like Injury Awareness Week. There's an Insurance Awareness Week as well. You've got on there like your bank holidays. You've got some fun days on there as well that you can turn into. And then there's local area days as well. Like there's a National Yorkshire Day, that if you've got a mortgage brokerage in Yorkshire, you can do a post around that. The idea behind these Awareness Day calendars is to use them to keep it a bit light. Okay, so even though there might be the insurance one, what can you do to tie it to a post and keep it light at the same time? The reason that these work is because a lot of the major news outlets will pick up on these specific days. So I'm trying to think of an example now, but the like fun days, the news channels will pick up on these and do a feature on the news channels about them. If you're then doing the same awareness day on your social media channels, it kind of it builds authority with you, because they're like, the news channels are doing it, and so is this mortgage brokerage company. So it shows that you're keeping up to date with relevant topics and that you're doing the same as these big news companies are almost. So those are my three main tools that I would recommend you use. Now, we also offer a free PDF that has 7 tools on there. And if you do want to download that, if you go to our website, socialforbrokers.com, and scroll down halfway down the page, it's called the 7 resources for lead generating content ideas. These are 3 of them here. So if you like the sound of these 3, we've got 4 more for you. And there's also videos to go with this. So we do videos on how to use Google Alerts, how to use Answer the Public, how to use another Google tool, which not a lot of people know about. So if you go to our website, socialforbrokers.com, and download the 7 resources for lead generating content ideas, there'll be videos on how to show you how to do that. But as always, if you are struggling to do your own social media and you're like, yep, Chris, I get all this, it's going to take me time, I haven't got the time to do it, then reach out to us. This is exactly what we do for our clients. We're a done-for-you service where we will create you a minimum of 3 topical branded professional posts every week and schedule them to your social media channels for you. So if you did want to book in a chat, reach out to us today or go to our website and book a call. We've got a Calendly link on there, so you can book in a time and a day that suits you to have a chat. Apart from that, guys, I hope you found that very useful. If you haven't already, sign up to our email list, and I will catch you on the next episode of The Broker's Brew. Thank you.